7th wave of Audio State of the Nation. Well done, Audio Council, that's brilliant. The IAB conducts this study with the independent research company Hoop Group in January each year. And our aim here is to assess the usage and attitudes amongst decision makers placing audio campaigns, particularly those in media agencies. This year we've also got a small sample of marketers, a small but robust sample of marketers placing audio campaigns as well, and we've got some comparisons between the agencies and brands. The full report is available on the IAB website for you to download. So let's get into some highlights. So here's our 7-year trend that shows that streaming, digital audio and podcast advertising continue to play a consistent role in media planning, and the usage increasing year on year. We've got 75% of media agencies now have streaming digital audio as a significant or regular part of their activity. The streaming formats have been split out in the survey for the first time this year. We've got 73% of agencies regularly considering streaming music and 56% streaming radio. 70% of media agencies are also now regularly considering podcast advertising, and that's up significantly since last year at 59%. Podcast advertising was split out last year into original content and catch-up radio, and both of those formats have increased year on year. In demonstration of agencies' confidence in digital audio, most are saying that they will increase investment this year. 71% of agencies have the intention to increase investment in streaming audio and 78% in podcast. So we are seeing signs this year that an economic slowdown will, to some degree, affect advertising expenditure. So we do need to be realistic with these expectations, but these do indicate a confidence in digital audio to deliver business results through these challenging times. Most agencies are now buying digital audio in combination with other audio and other digital media. So they're getting those real benefits of optimal ROI that come from combining multiple channels in a campaign. In particular, we're seeing digital audio in combination with digital video, and that's increased significantly this year. You can see from 59 to 80% there. In other results in the report, you'll see that majority of agencies intend to buy audio also bundled with other media opportunities, and most agencies are also planning their audio activities within the same team. So we're really getting that integration of audio. Agencies also continue to buy audio programmatically. We've got 82% of agencies intending to buy programmatically this year, and that's increasing. And agencies are buying multiple types of programmatic over the next 12 months. But those intentions to buy programmatic guaranteed deals, particularly increasing the most. Data and targeting continue to be the dominant factor in buying programmatically, but some of the other reasons for buying programmatic do shift year on year. So during the COVID impacted years, we saw more agencies embracing programmatic for its flexible buying options and its operational efficiencies. But this year in particular, price has re-emerged as a more important driver than it has been, I guess, as we move into that period of having greater investment accountability. Brand building has been reinforced as the most important objective for digital audio. We've got 7 in 10 saying that streaming audio and podcast advertising is effective for increasing brand awareness. Agencies also see streaming music and radio as an effective reach extensions to broadcast radio, and they see podcast as also effective to get those hard to reach audiences and for increasing engagement. In our sample of brand advertisers, we see their objectives for digital audio as quite different to those that the agencies are saying here. So the brand advertisers see the effectiveness of audio for engagement and reach, but they will need more proof around its effectiveness for brand. And providing that proof is going to be really important this year, considering the role of and importance of long-term branding to business success. We really want to make them aware of the effectiveness of audio for brand. Considering that brand building is the most important objective, the use of sonic branding is still quite inconsistent. So the consistent use of music, voice and sound to articulate a brand does create emotional connections and impact and can make the ad more memorable. So it's really worth looking into introducing sonic branding more regularly into campaigns. So how are agencies assessing their effectiveness of a digital audio? So completion, reach and frequency are used by nearly all agencies, at least sometimes, to assess the effectiveness of their streaming audio campaigns. Reach extension was included for the first time this year, and that's come out as a key metric also. So while these hygiene metrics indicate media planning success, it is great to see that agencies have increased their usage of brand impact metrics. So measuring the success of that predominant campaign objective of brand building is now done at least sometimes by 87% of agencies, which is great. Completion and reach are also used by nearly all agencies to assess their podcast advertising, and measuring success against the dominant objective of brand building is also done at least sometimes by 81%, which is good. There's been a general increase in measurement for podcast advertising over the last year, with agencies increasing the usage of all of these key metrics. Having said that, measurement is still complex. Respondents identified 3 areas holding back audio advertising, being a larger proportion of ad volume. And amongst media agencies, the lack of measurement and standardised metrics remain the main issue for all audio advertising formats. The coming launch of the IAB endorsed Ipsos Iris digital audience measurement system will be the first step in exploring opportunities there for standardised cross-media planning data. A new digital currency has been built with the capability of combining it with other media data sets. The lack of evidence of effectiveness you can see here is also one of the top issues for all types of audio advertising. Now, as we know, some ad effectiveness measurement techniques are impacted by the degradation in signals and the retirement of third-party cookies. So it's really important for agencies and marketers to understand how these changes are going to impact their measurement techniques. From a brand and advertiser perspective, they do see some different opportunities from the agency perspective. So amongst the brands and advertisers, the key challenges are around creating compelling creative in broadcast and streaming audio, along with a general lack of understanding across all formats. So real opportunity for some education amongst the brands and advertisers there. So just a quick summary of what to do here with this information. Definitely optimise the strengths and confidence that agencies and brands have in digital audio. Take a look at the report. There are a range of verbatim comments from agencies and advertisers in their language of what they see as the strengths of digital audio. Considering the role of long-term branding to business success during and after economic downturns, really important for us to show that to brands and advertisers the effectiveness of digital audio for branding. Continue to demonstrate the best practice creative to brands and advertisers, because this is an area that they do find challenging. For optimal ad effectiveness, Make sure your creative is adjusted to the format, and use more consistently Sonnet branding. And let's meet the measurement challenge. So make sure we're aligning our measurement to campaign objectives, and look at those adjustments that are needed for a sustainable measurement into the future. And growing the understanding generally of digital audio amongst our brands and advertisers, as that's a key challenge that they've cited for us. So that's some of the highlights from the report. You can download the full report with all the information from the IAB website.